On the 1st of October 2019, Survival Mode was cancelled. Although the mode itself wasn't incredibly popular, it did come with something that most players seem to like: weekly legendary weapons. In this video, I will explain what weekly weapons were, discuss why I think they should return, and even try and kickstart the revival myself by designing my own weekly weapons that could be added to the game. To start off, let's briefly go over how the old weekly weapon system worked. Starting from the 26th of March 2019, each week, when the weekly reset occurred, one of the challenges wouldn't be an individual challenge which rewards the player with atoms, but instead would be an exclusive survival mode challenge. These normally required 5 small tasks to be completed within the week, and then your character would be rewarded with a pre-made 3-star legendary weapon. It was a simple enough system which was designed to draw players into survival mode with the reward of a guaranteed 3-star legendary weapon, something that all of us want. Sadly, when survival mode came to an end, this also saw the end of these weekly weapons, and I for one want them back. That said, I personally don't think we necessarily need survival mode to return for the weekly weapons to come back. When I used to cover the new weapons each week, the main reason a lot of people tuned in was to see if it would be worth jumping into survival mode to get the new weapon. Instead, we could just have it where it's a weekly challenge in adventure mode. And to be honest, this did happen a few times when the challenges bugged out and you could complete them in adventure mode, so it's not like this hasn't happened before. Just complete the specific tasks like last time, and don't worry about attacking it on just to drive players to a mode that was made for a minority of the player base. Have it be something that everyone can get in and try out. If Bethesda really wants to drive alternate game modes, then maybe have a single one of the challenges for a weapon be nuclear winter based. For example, maybe one week, one of the 5 challenges to unlock the weapon is to kill 2 players in nuclear winter, or maybe survive for 10 minutes in a single match. A manageable challenge which will get new people to try out the mode and give it a chance on a regular basis. Something that needs to be discussed is how practical this would be to put in place. Getting the team working on a fresh weapon every single week may be a bit too much to ask. After all, they've already got plenty of other work they really need to be getting on with. What I propose is that we instead just have 52 weapons designed and then rotate them each year. We already have 16 weapons that were previously designed, so you can have them come back for the weeks between March 26th and July 15th. This then just leaves 36 weeks which need weapons designed for them, and this wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world. These don't need to be the best guns around. In fact, if you look at the old weekly weapons, most of them weren't all that worthwhile. Sure, there was Unstoppable Monster, but that was a one-off. The vast majority of weekly weapons weren't significantly powerful, and honestly, they don't need to be. They function as guaranteed weapons that any player can get, reducing reliance on RNG to get yourself a half-worthwhile weapon. If 36 weapons are too many to design, then maybe have it rotate every 6 months instead of every year. That way, only 10 more weapons need to be designed, a far easier task. Hell, you know what? I'll show off a few of my own designs at the end of the video. You hear that, Bethesda? I will do all the planning for you. Please just bring back weekly weapons. A reason they may be slightly reluctant to bring these back is that each one requires its own challenge to be designed. Now, the original weekly weapon, Crushing Blow, had the challenge of killing 25 legendary enemies in order to obtain it. That was a pretty terrible challenge. It was generic, didn't change the way most people played, and held no relation to the weapon itself. No, for future challenges, we should look at some of the better suited challenges, such as Down on the Farm, the challenge that we got to unlock Salt of the Earth, a 3-star double-barrel shotgun. This challenge had you claim a specific workshop, plant crops, milk a Brahmin, kill a creature with a farm tool, and harvest a wild plant. The weapon was clearly designed as something a farmer would use to protect their land, and the challenges essentially had you role-playing as a farmer yourself. These were some of the easier challenges we were given, but they fit the weapon, and I loved that. With all that in mind, let me show you how easily these weapons could be created. In this final section, you will see weapons that I have come across in-game, given a name and a theme, and come up with challenges to acquire. If anyone at Bethesda does happen to be watching, please take note, and hell, I'd happily do this for every weapon, free of charge, if it meant we had a weekly weapon each and every week of the year. Actually, I wrote all of the previous words of this script before taking a look at my weapons and seeing if I could theme some of them, so I've managed to come up with 10 weekly weapons that could be added to the game. That means that, if Bethesda was happy to have weapons rotate every 6 months, then they could just take the old 16 weapons, add on my 10 new ones, and that's job done. So, with that all said, let's take a look at 10 weapons I came up with, and some challenges that could go alongside them. First up, we have Big Iron. This is an instigating Western revolver with faster fire rate and +1 perception. Strong, fast, and accurate. This is a cowboy's ideal weapon, so, in order to get it, you should probably do some Western-themed challenges. Kill 5 enemies with tomahawks, consume pork and beans 5 times, and visit Fort Prickett. Next up is Blade in the Night, a nocturnal cultist dagger with bonus limb damage and an added point of endurance. For this one, nighttime or stealth-related challenges would make sense. Maybe kill 25 enemies at night, deal 2,000 points of sneak attack damage, and complete the event One Violent Night. Now, you may have noticed that I'm only coming up with 3 challenges for each when there's normally 5. More than anything, this is just in the interest of time, but it does also allow you to suggest challenge ideas for any of the weapons too, so leave them down in the comments below. Our third weapon is Bloodletter, a badass Grognak's axe, with the vampires, faster swing speed, and bonus strength effects. This is a melee masterpiece, so close quarters combat challenges come into play here. Kill 50 enemies with a melee weapon, block 15 attacks, and craft or scrap 20 melee weapons. On to Boomstick, my combat shotgun with explosive pellets, bonus damage to ghouls, and a faster filling crit meter. This weapon is perfect for killing ghouls, the Fallout equivalent of zombies, and the name references Evil Dead. So, for this one, challenges could be kill 25 ghouls, kill 10 enemies with a chainsaw, and perform 5 headshot kills. After all, you gotta shoot them in the head. Devil's Trident is a pitchfork which comes pre-installed with the Barbed Flaming mod. It also has faster swing speed, reduced damage taken when power attacking, and a little lifesteal to boot. As this weapon references the devil, I figure some depraved axe would fit well with the challenges. Maybe kill 5 enemies with molotovs, consume 10 corpses, and kill 1 of each type of critter. You know, those harmless little things which never hurt anyone. Slaughter them all, slaughter them and bathe in their blood. Grievous Assault is an Assaultron blade with bonus power attack damage, reduced damage taken whilst blocking, and the Bloodied effect. For this one, the challenges could include killing 1 of each type of robot, launching a nuke, and hacking 2 terminals, say. Another weapon I found in my travels was an instigating pair of knuckles, which I called Jawbreaker. This is a brawler's perfect weapon, so challenges like punching 5 players, please note you don't actually have to kill anyone, just, give them a quick love tap, drinking 5 different types of alcohol, and completing a quest or event whilst naked seem fun to me, inside and outside of the game. A few too many melee weapons here, so let's throw a gun into the mix. Raider's Dependence is a handmade rifle with the junkies, faster reload, and increased VATS hit chance effects. For this one, taking over the Charleston landfill, crafting 5 different types of chems, and completing a quest or event whilst intoxicated seems appropriate. Our penultimate weapon is the Scavenge Sniper. This is a pipe bolt action rifle with the instigating, extra limb damage, and faster reload effects. A true wasteland weapon which fits into the theme of using what you scavenge, challenges for this can focus around the crafting and scavenging systems the game employs. Craft 10 weapons, modify 10 weapons, and gathering junk would fit well as theme challenges. And the last weapon is Slayer. This is a guitar sword with armor penetration, faster swing speed, and less damage taken whilst power attacking. As a weapon of pure metal, you too must become metal. Gather 100 steel, kill 50 enemies whilst in power armor, and listen to some death metal for 5 hours straight. Seems reasonable. And there we have 10 potential new weekly weapons that Bethesda could add into the game, giving the ability for a guaranteed legendary weapon to be gained every single week. I think this would be great for the game overall, providing something to do for players each and every week. Even if the weapons rotate every 6 months rather than a year, this just means you have another chance to get the weapon if you miss it first time. Or, if you got it on one character, you can aim to get it on your second character too. Hell, even if you're just running a single character, it's 40 scrip or some caps for anyone who missed the weapon when it's available and doesn't want to wait. Ultimately though, this is all just my opinion on the subject. I'm just one person, and me making a video on the subject only spreads it so far. If you want to see weekly weapons return, then I'd suggest you discuss the topic with any Fallout groups you're a part of, be it Reddit, Twitter, Discord or Facebook. If enough people are talking openly about wanting weekly weapons to return, then someone at Bethesda might just hear about it, and maybe the hope could turn into a reality one day. If you have any ideas for your own weekly weapons, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Give the video a like if you enjoyed, and don't forget to both subscribe and hit the notification bell in order to see more videos like this. As always, thanks for watching. Sarge out.